Good evening. Stefan was on assignment today. We begin with a Canadian family's weekend trip to Quebec that has left them locked out of their life in the United States. They were denied re-entry at a border crossing and have been stranded in Ottawa for nearly a month, unable to return home. CTV's Caitlin Wilson starts us off.
When Michael Freeze, his wife and 3 kids packed for a weekend trip to Quebec back in March, they didn't know they were leaving their life behind.
My wife and kids are stranded here. We don't know really how long anything's going to take.
A month later, they're now in Ottawa, staying at a house in Canada while the owners are on vacation, unable to return to their home in Massachusetts.
My daughter was saying, I'm forgetting my stuffy's names, and so we are taking it one day at a time, and some days are better than others.
Originally from Alberta, the Freeze family moved to Martha's Vineyard 4 years ago after Michael graduated university in Idaho to work for a luxury home builder.
There's a 1-year visa right after you graduate from university, and then I got a TN visa.
And with that TN visa enabling him to work in the U.S., they built a life there, rent a home on the island, and welcomed their youngest son, Luca. So when they decided to take a weekend skiing trip, Michael says he didn't think twice about renewing his visa at a Quebec border crossing.
We were at the border for a long time. They were trying to figure things out, and it got denied. Essentially, that he didn't think that my job landed as a construction consultant.
My gut just dropped. Like then what do we do? Where do we go from here?
They say they tried again the next day at an Ontario border crossing with updated paperwork, but were denied again. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, a TN visa allows Canadian citizens to work in the United States under specific jobs.
You will see border officers sometimes exercise discretion in favor of those people. That discretion, however, we've seen reduced under this administration.
And for the Freeze family, that decision has left them in limbo, staying with friends while they explore other avenues to get back home.
The uncertainty is definitely the hardest part. We never imagined that this would have happened when we were leaving, for sure.
Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
We'll now take our first check on the forecast. We do have some wet weather in our horizon. A live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We're sitting at +2 degrees. CTV's Jackie Paris has our first check on the forecast for your Easter long weekend. Jackie.
Well, we have a special weather statement in place for here in Ottawa because we are anticipating heavy amounts of rain pouring through 20 to 50 millimeters between tonight and tomorrow morning. There is a possibility of some thunderstorms as well. A rainfall warning also in place for parts of Pembroke as well as parts of Quebec. And this gives you a closer idea of what we are seeing. We've already seen most of it move through as well. But by the time we get to Friday morning, we are going to see isolated showers and isolated pop-up thunderstorms as well moving through. We're keeping a very close eye on this, but temperature-wise, there is some positivity in this where we are anticipating a daytime high of about 18 degrees, but the wind gusts between 30 to 50 kilometers per hour in the afternoon. So we'll give you a long-term look at your forecast in just a bit.
Well, thank you, Jackie. Now to a CTV exclusive story about an Ottawa family who says they're lucky to be alive after their home became engulfed in flames last week. The blaze was sparked by a lithium-ion battery inside a wireless phone charger, which was recalled in the United States. CTV's Katie Griffin reports.
This was my room.
Gabby Hammond's bedroom, unrecognizable.
1 second I was sleeping, and then the next second, like my room was in flames.
The power bank she used to charge her phone was in her bed and caught fire last month.
I heard a pop sound, and I kind of sprung up out of my bed, and then I felt my arm kind of burning. I tried to put the fire out with my pillow, and then I kind of threw the charger on the phone, but my mattress had already caught fire, so it just kept going and getting bigger.
The fire spreading so fast, flames were already through the roof of the Stittsville home. It's the 9th fire caused by lithium-ion batteries in Ottawa so far this year.
Once they start catching, they spread fast and they burn hot. In this case, it's a newer build home and they burn very fast. So we saw that the fire was right through the roof upon arrival, and that's because of how fast homes burn now, only giving people on average 3 minutes to get out of a home.
In December, INIU recalled more than 200,000 BI-B41 41 power banks in the United States sold on Amazon after 15 reports of overheating, some causing fires and burns. Hammond bought hers in Canada, and while there isn't a current recall in this country, Health Canada says it's regularly reviewing recalls posted in other jurisdictions, including the U.S. CTV reached out to the company multiple times but did not hear back in time for broadcast. On its website, it says there was a potential issue with specific battery cells used in limited batches.
We're seeing more lithium-ion battery fires due to misuse of them, not following manufacturers' instructions, and just the simple act of dropping a lithium-ion battery on a hard surface may damage the battery and it should be replaced.
Amazon says items such as those referred to here are currently legal under applicable laws and as such are available in our store. Adding customers with concerns can contact customer service.
We're grateful to be alive. We're grateful that we have a community that's here for us.
As for Gabby Hammond, she's staying away from power banks.
Try not to keep chargers or even devices in bed with you.
Katie Griffin, CTV News.
A violent daytime assault just steps away from the Parliamentary Precinct is raising concerns about safety in the area. Police were called to an overpass located near Colonel By Drive and Rideau Street just after 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, where they found a man with life-threatening injuries. CTV's Natalie Van Roy reports.
Many residents say they avoid this underpass in the heart of downtown Ottawa.
Generally avoid the area. I do know it also is kind of a haven as well. There is a lot of people that end up, there's nowhere else to go. So this tends to be a place where they do get together.
When it's dark, yeah, I think I don't feel safe.
There would be a tendency for me to take a different route sometimes.
An assault that happened here Wednesday afternoon and left a man with life-threatening injuries is renewing safety concerns.
There have been assaults in Ottawa. I didn't realize it was that close to where I was working.
The daytime attack is not the first incident at this underpass. In 2006, a young man was stabbed to death here. 2 years later, City Hall launched a pilot project to showcase art in an effort to improve the area and get more people comfortable passing through. But after this latest incident, some say more needs to be done.
There is a lot of traffic that goes through that area. Anything that can be more pedestrian friendly, that brings more eyes on the street, I would absolutely support.
It's a safe city, but at the same time, it's downtown.
Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
Well, the cost of gas is surging heading into the Easter long weekend, bringing more pricey rates at the pumps for everyone traveling to see family. Prices jumped again overnight at Ottawa gas stations, many of them posting prices just shy of $1.82 a litre on Thursday. Now, analysts say if you're hitting the road this weekend, you'll want to fill up on Friday. Prices are expected to drop slightly on Good Friday and predicted to go back up again on Saturday. Also today, Amazon announced it will now charge an extra 3.5% on all deliveries for people who use the platform to sell goods. The increase was triggered by higher fuel costs. Well, the Ottawa 67s, they laced up for Game 4 of their playoff series against the Kingston Frontenacs, and they're looking for the first-round sweep.
Trying to get away from Kuhlman, comes to Ekberg, makes a nice move and scores. Beautiful goal by Philip Ekberg with
Philip Ekberg, the hero for tonight's game. That goal in the last minute of regulation, sealing the deal for Ottawa. They sweep the Frontenacs and it sends them into the second round of the OHL playoffs. The Barber Poles will now get some time to rest, and they'll face either the Peterborough Peace or the North Bay Battalion. Their first-round matchup is currently tied at 2 games apiece. Ahead of tonight's Ottawa Senators game, the team hosted the 4th edition of Power Play, Women in Business. The event providing a chance for over 200 business leaders to network and share their unique experience that women have had building a business as well as a career. A panel discussion moderated by CTV's Ottawa's Patricia Bowl will offer tips and insights into how to support each other and succeed in the business world when balancing career and life.
Women in business is such a hot topic around the NHL and around the community, and bringing together women in a spot where they can really connect and inspire each other is important, and using our platform to do that is something that we're really grateful to be able to do. I want them to get some really good advice from people that are already leaders in the industry, if maybe they're at a crossroads and they want to know the path to take for their next steps, and really hear sort of how they've carved paths for themselves in the industry.
Power play women in business has become a hot ticket in the capital. So far, over 1,000 professionals from many fields have attended since it started in 2014. And after the event, the women in attendance got a chance to take in a hockey game. The Sens hosting the Buffalo Sabres tonight. Now they're on the outside looking into that final playoff spot in the East.
Ottawa wins it back. Artem Zub, a shot, he scores!
Zub tied at 1. Artem Zub with the go-ahead goal early in the third, and the Sens, they wouldn't look back. They added 2 more en route to the 4-1 win. Ottawa now jumps back into that second wild card spot, but Detroit and Columbus, they're breathing down their necks. Up next, the Sens will face off against the Wild on Saturday for a matinee game, a 1 p.m. start at the CTC. And also at tonight's game, the Ottawa Senators and Bell Media announced a new long-term rights extension for regional broadcasts of the Sens games on TSN and RDS. It'll see the Ottawa's TSN 1200 stay on as the exclusive English radio partner of the Ottawa Senators.
It's great for the club, I think, in terms of having a strong partner like Bell. They've been with us since 1992 as a partner. They've been with us the last 12 years as a regional broadcaster. So it's great to see that we're able to continue that long-term commitment with Bell. Radio's been a big part of our relationship, TSN 1200. It's the voice of sports in town, and we think that's important, and we're really, again, happy that we're able to keep that tradition going in the new agreement.
Ensuring that regional...
The 12-year deal will deliver live coverage of games as well as insight and analysis of the team. Sens games will continue in the team's broadcast regions, including Eastern Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada on TSN 5. And they will also be available to stream live through the network's digital platforms.
Humanity has once again shown what we are capable of, and it's your hopes for the future that carry us now on this journey around the moon.
Artemis 2 leaves the Earth's orbit, and Jeremy Hansen makes history as the first Canadian heading to the moon. Well, here's a reminder of what will be open and closed over the Easter weekend in Ottawa. There will be no garbage or recycling collection on Friday or Monday. All malls and most retail stores will be closed for Good Friday and Easter Sunday. The same goes for most grocery stores. All LCBO and beer store locations will be closed on Good Friday and Easter Sunday, but most museums will be opened. We have a full list of what's open and closed on our website. Head to ctvnewsottawa.ca for details. Well, the city is hosting a one-time garbage drop-off day this weekend for residents who will have to wait weeks between pickups because of the new waste collection schedule.
These are for the residents that are most impacted and have the longest gap between collection days for garbage. So 17 and over days.
The special drop-off day is happening for those residents this Saturday, April 4th. There will be 7 different locations across the city. Now, there's a limit of 1 15-kilogram bag per household. No bulky items will be accepted. Proof of address may be required on site. And you can find a list of the drop-off spots on our website. You can also head to ctvnewsottawa.ca for that info. All right, we'll take a look at our main weather right now. It's a wet weekend ahead. CTV's Jackie Paris standing by with that extended look at the forecast. Jackie.
All right, well, we are anticipating a risk of thunderstorms between 12 o'clock and 5 a.m. in these overnight hours. Much of the rainfall moving through. We could still see some isolated showers popping up throughout Friday morning as well. But by the time the afternoon rolls around, we may see a little bit of the clearing, maybe even a little bit of sunshine around 5 p.m. And that's good news as we are looking at temperatures that are starting to warm up. Again, overnight 7 degrees, but we are warming up to 18 degrees. What will be a factor, though, is that wind moving through 30 to 50 kilometers kilometers per hour. Now, lows across eastern Ontario, we are hovering around 3-4 degrees. Down by Kingston and Brockville, about 5 degrees. So this is kind of good news because we are hovering above the freezing mark, and these are just the lows. As we look towards the daytime highs, yes, well, we will be well above seasonal conditions. Pembroke sitting around 17 degrees, Bancroft around 15, Montreal and Mont-Tremblant hovering between 14 and 17 degrees. But boy, we will be getting a lot of unsettled weather moving through the weekend. So very similar to what we are seeing Thursday going into Friday. We may see similar rain moving through Saturday into the afternoon into Sunday as well. Daytime high for Saturday and Sunday will be hovering between 8-9 degrees. So this will likely be the warmest before we start to cool down for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, where temperatures will be hovering around 2 to 4 degrees. But the good news is we are anticipating more sunshine and less of this snowy, wet, rainy weather.
Well, thanks again, Jackie. Thursday was Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen's first full day in orbit as the Artemis 2 mission kicks it into high gear. The crew of 4 astronauts are now officially headed for the moon after their spacecraft completed a major milestone of exiting the Earth's orbit.
The burn was the last major firing of this mission. From this point forward, the laws of orbital mechanics are going to carry our crew to the moon, around the far side, and back to Earth.
The Artemis 2 crew successfully accelerated the speed of the aircraft to escape the Earth's gravity and are on a trajectory to fly around the moon for the first time in more than 50 years. The crew tested systems on the NASA Orion capsule above the Earth for a day before the vehicle fired its engines and shot away from the planet. Now, the journey has 8 full days to go before it concludes with a splashdown in the Pacific Ocean.
As you can see, between Manu's back and Danny's foot is daylight. I can walk in between. That is offside.
All right, coming up, FIFA is testing out new rules, and Ottawa's Atletico is coming through with the assist. CTV's Dylan Dyson explains how it could be a literal game changer. That's after the break. Well, if you're looking for something fun to do with the family this Easter weekend, check out the Carlingwood Shopping Centre. You can head to the mall to get your photo taken with the Easter Bunny for free. The Easter Bunny will be there on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and there'll also be some extra Easter activities to enjoy as well. Well, the game of soccer is likely to find some new Canadian fans as the FIFA World Cup arrives this summer. Momentum also building around a possible rule change designed to make soccer faster with more goals. And Canada's league with Atletico Ottawa leading the way. CTV's Dylan Dyson explains.
The new rule is kind of like in hockey. If this is the blue line and I keep one leg in and he plays the ball, Danny, now I am onside.
A major rule change is coming to soccer in Canada that could change the way kids learn to play the game.
How are you going to have a coach speaking to a ref who's teaching a player and getting yelled at by a parent, and everybody's got a different version of the rule in their head?
And FIFA, the governing body behind the World Cup coming to Canada this summer, is using the Canadian Premier League to test it.
It's cool to see maybe something start here, you know, a new rule potentially starting here in CPL.
This season, Atletico Ottawa and other teams in the Canadian Premier League will be used to test a new version of the offside rule in a bid to make soccer more exciting with more goals being scored. Currently, an attacking player is offside if any part of the body used to score is past the second to last defender. Under FIFA's new trial offside rule, an attacking player's entire body must be past the defender, creating a gap or daylight to be offside.
As you can see, between Manu's back and Danny's foot is daylight. I can walk in between. That is offside.
It makes sense in theory, right? You know, it gives the attacker more chance to get him behind and I guess, yeah, you're right, score more goals.
It's a change that may be confusing to Canadian soccer fans that have known the game for so long. But with Canada hosting the upcoming World Cup, it's also a way FIFA sees to grow the game.
And seeing the visibility of the league and testing out something like this is very exciting for us. We need more eyes on Canadian sport, Canadian soccer, and this is a way to do it.
The next generation is going to potentially be learning from, 3, 4, 5 years old that this is the new way of football, right? So, yeah, it's exciting.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
It has been a really great experience building this place with people that have an investment in music and the arts community in Centertown.
All right, still to come, a new listening bar is hoping to harmonize with the community. Details of what makes this soon-to-be-open establishment unique.
Pure Country 94. Ottawa's home for the best country music. Listen for your chance to win $50,000 with Pure Country's big $50K payday.
Saves not only lives, but serious injuries at times as well.
Well, it's been 50 years since Ontario passed its Seatbelt law requiring everyone in a vehicle to buckle up. Now, despite years of enforcement and safety warnings, police say some people still aren't following the rules. Fines for not wearing a seatbelt can run between $200 and $1,000. Ottawa's music scene is getting a little cozier. A new listening bar called Phono on Bronson Avenue is opening soon, promising high-end sound in an intimate space where the music takes center stage. CTV's Tyler Fleming has more.
Centertown's newest bar, Phono, is about to take the spotlight, but its vibe has a different beat.
This place is really meant to kind of calm the mind.
Tucked beneath thick vines on a century-old building on Bronson Avenue at Gladstone, this modern space lets you listen to music like never before.
You might recognize in a restaurant or a bar when you go in there, and when there's more than 20 or 30 people in there, it can get really loud and really echoey, and the music is usually an afterthought. So we kind of flip the script on that here, where we place the acoustic absorbers and diffusers and speakers in very strategic locations so that when the music is on, you're not screaming to the person next to you.
A listening bar is all about the music, and this high-fidelity custom sound system provides perfect balance in any corner. Owner Matias Munoz and his team have been fine-tuning this space since August.
Having the DJ booth built into the bar is also very strategic. We want music to be at the heart of the customer experience here. We have an open concept kitchen, very small. We're not doing huge plates or anything, but very elevated dishes that people can enjoy.
Phono also has a space for live shows and private gigs.
It has been a really great experience building this place with people that have an investment in music and the arts community in Centertown.
Cassette is another Ottawa listening bar, a fresh trend that's taking off globally, even though its roots date back decades.
The history actually goes back to about 1920 Japan, and that's when these boutiques and restaurants and bars used to open up and play music in the background, and the music was actually the most important thing about it.
Music expert Eric Alper says listening bars push back against the era of massive concerts.
If there's 40 people in there, you are all doing the same thing, which is listening or watching to music.
We call it Centertown's living room because we want it to be a place where people feel comfortable in the community here.
Phono opens April 10th. Tyler Fleming, CTV News.
All right, coming up, we'll get a look at the new look on the pitch for Ottawa's Rapid FC.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Another live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. A little wet out there. It's 1 degree at the moment. We'll have our final check of weather right now. Jackie Paris standing by with our last check on the forecast. Jackie.
Well, while temperatures right now hover around the freezing mark, it's actually going to warm up by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. 10 degrees is what we're starting off with, but with this comes a lot of the rainfall and the showers moving through. This is going to be popping up periodically throughout our morning, but it should clear by the afternoon where we will see a daytime high of 18 degrees. A Saturday, Sunday, chance of showers continues. We could see another round of rain moving in as well. 8 degrees, the anticipated daytime high for Saturday. Sunday, 9 degrees, but then temperatures start to cool off by the time we get to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Jackie. Well, heading into their second season in the Northern Super League, Ottawa's Rapid FC gave fans a first look at the new kits for 2026. The Rapid posting this video to social media. The decals of the Feather Wake and Tulip Guard represent two sides of the same identity. The team writes, one built for motion, energy, and attacking intent. The other grounded in control, discipline, and protection when it matters most. Now, Rapid FC's second season starts on May 2nd. I love their jerseys. They're so chic. All right, well, that's CTV News for this Thursday, April 2nd. C2 News continues online anytime with our digital team, keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. For all of us here at CTV News, thanks for watching. Have a great night.